Hi gamers! This video will be a pretty special edition of my collection videos. Now I've done all my games, but now it's time for some peripherals and controllers and stuff. Now what better place to start than my Nintendo 64 collection. My beloved Nintendo 64 collection, and not only am I collecting all the games for it, but I'm also collecting, everything there is to own about the Nintendo 64, save for different consoles at this point. But I'm collecting each and every peripheral and each and every colored controller what Nintendo has put out for the Nintendo 64. The controller video will be a different video altogether, but this video will be about the peripherals and special controllers and stuff like that. But let's start here. You'll see what I mean when I start here. And we got the Rumble Pack. First up, I got here 3 European Rumble Packs, and this is the Japanese boxing for it. And finally I have one sealed, the North American blister package here. Also it was a package with some games. This is Star Fox 64, and the same for Japan. These big boxes include the Rumble Pack here. And finally we got the European version, which was called, because of copyright reasons, Lilat Wars. But this really big box that has the Rumble Pack here, this is needlessly big, but pretty cool box all the same. And I'll push this out of the picture. And then we have the controller pack, meaning the memory card. Again, a couple of European boxes. The Japanese box looks like this, and a sealed American blister of the memory card here. In Japan, this was also bundled with some games. We have Wonder Project 2, and they're packaged like this here. The game and the controller pack here. And also there was the first Osumo game. Animal Crossing came with a controller pack. And was this Jiku 4, the baseball game, also has one controller pack included here in its packaging. So these 4 games in Japan came also with a controller pack, but the controller pack wasn't bundled with any games in the rest of the world. Excuse me. And then we have the expansion pack. Now first it was only because Donkey Kong 64 required it. It was the first game that was also bundled with the expansion pack. Here's the North American and the European, and finally a bigger box for Japan. But before this it was also available to be purchased separately. This is the European pack, the Japanese box, and again a sealed one for North America. Go. In Japan, the expansion pack was also bundled again with some games. We have the other game that requires it to work, Zelda Majora's Mask, and Perfect Dark here, which most of the content of Perfect Dark requires the expansion pack, so it was bundled in Japan but nowhere else. Sorry, gotta clean up here again. And then we got the transfer pack. Originally came with the Pokemon Stadium game, European version, American version, and the Japanese box here. Again, a bit bigger than the other boxed sets, a lot thicker here and bigger as well. Then we have it separately as well. This is the European version, the Japanese version. Gotta love these colorful boxes that the Japanese got for these peripherals, all of these rainbow colors. And finally, for the transfer pack, again a sealed copy for the North American release here. A bit beat up, unfortunately, but still sealed. Let me get these again out of the way. Then on to some more miscellaneous stuff. Some cables, the American sealed RF switch modulator, and the small modulator as well in the Japanese variety. Japan also had this composite cable to be purchased separately. I don't think that you could buy it separately in the USA. Not sure about that, but Europe got its own stereo AV cable here, which includes the SCART piece. And Europe also had its own RF switch, RF modulator here. And this is the Japanese power supply. I don't think that this was sold separately anywhere else than in Japan. So here it is. And again, I think that this was only sold in the USA, a cleaning kit, both for the machine and cartridges. And here something a bit special from Japan, sealed copies of cases for game cards. Mario themed, yellow and a blue one. Not sure how convenient these are, because they are a lot bigger than the cards themselves that don't really, need any protection, so